Tums, famous quick relief for acid indigestion, presents A Date with Judy.
Hello, Judy. This is Mr. Pringle. How are you, Judy?
Oh, my back hurts, and I've got a splitting headache, and I've got the most violent toothache. I feel simply dreadful.
Oh, that's a shame. My nephew's home on furlough, and he wanted a date with you. But I'll tell him that you're...
Date? Oh, Mr. Pringle, I feel simply marvelous.
That's Judy, folks. Judy Foster, the cutest date in town. Your date with her each Tuesday at the same time is arranged by the makers of Tums, famous quick relief for acid indigestion. Well, now, let's see what's doing at the Foster house. It seems that Father is home alone when suddenly the front door opens and Judy enters with her friend Barbara.
Hello, Father.
Hello, Judy. Hi, Barbara.
Hello, Mr. Foster. Oh, Father, we had the most scintillating afternoon. It was simply gorgeous. Oh, it was just divine, Mr. Foster.
Divoon?
Terrifically. And the leading man. Oh, he's so beautiful. Even in those raggedy clothes he was wearing, isn't he, Barbara? Oh, yes. He's Divoon.
Oh, it's all coming back to me. You went to the matinee today.
Yes. It was the most wonderful, wonderful show I ever saw.
What was it called?
It was called Love in the Slums. It's about a tragedy in the tenements. All about the poor and oppressed. Oh, it was the most depressing, divine show I ever saw.
Sounds just like the kind of show I enjoy missing.
Oh, Father.
Hey, where's Randolph? I thought he went with you.
Yes, he went with us, all right. But, Father, do you know he refused to walk home with us?
Why?
He said we were disgusting. He acted like he didn't know us and walked home 20 paces behind us the whole way.
He did?
Hiya, Father. Hiya, girls.
Well, imagine, he spoke to us, Barbara. I'm certainly surprised you're deigning to notice us, Randolph, after the way you kept looking the other way every time we addressed you.
Oh, that's all right. On the street where everyone could see, I wouldn't want anyone to know I know you. But here in the house, it doesn't matter.
Well, do you have any reason for disowning your sister, Randolph, or are you just doing it for a whim?
Have I got a reason? Oh, Father, you should have seen the way she and Barbara carried on in the theater.
Why, what'd they do?
They started crying in the first act, and they didn't stop till 10 minutes after the final curtain came down.
How would you know? You moved into another seat 10 rows back as soon as we started to cry.
You think I wanted to be seen with a couple of weeping women? Oh, you should have seen them, Father. Their eyes leaked like faucets.
Well, you certainly weren't very gallant, Randolph Foster.
Drip, drip, drip all afternoon.
Well, what happened on the way home? They couldn't have still been weeping.
Oh, no, that was much worse. There they were, walking along the street. Oh, didn't you adore it? Giggle, giggle, giggle. Wasn't the hero gorgeous? Giggle, giggle, giggle.
Well, Randolph, after all, girls will be girls.
They certainly will, and I wouldn't be seen dead with them.
Father, you make him stop talking about us like that.
Yeah, Randolph, stop talking about him like that.
Okay, but it's either drip, drip, drip or giggle, giggle, giggle all the time.
Hello.
Oh, hello, dear.
Oh, hello, Mother.
I'm furious.
You are? Why?
I was not elected vice president this afternoon.
I thought Henry Wallace was pretty solid in the job.
I'm talking about my club. To think that Mrs. Whiteman, of all people, beat me by 4 votes.
You know, Mother, sometimes I think you hate Mrs. Whiteman just as much as I hate her daughter, Tootsie.
Why, Judy, I don't hate Mrs. Whiteman a bit. I just think that she... Well, I just don't happen to admire her, that's all.
Mrs. Foster.
Yes, Barbara?
Have you ever wanted to be an actress?
An actress? Well, why do you ask, dear?
Oh, I don't know. I was just thinking. I'd love to be an actress.
Oh.
Well, Mrs. Foster's already been an actress, Barbara. She's had her career. She went through the whole thing and then retired.
You did, Mother?
Well, sort of.
Well, I personally saw her play the lead in several productions.
Oh.
There was 17, given by the Ashtabula High School.
Melvin.
Camille at the Ashtabula Watermelon Festival. And As You Like It by the Ashtabula Shakespearean Society.
I take it their mother was quite a celebrity in Ashtabula.
Well, who wouldn't be?
Well, I wasn't so bad at that. Maybe I gave up a successful career to marry you, Melvin.
Oh, yeah? You forget that I saw you in all those plays, Dora.
Well, I don't like your tone. If I remember correctly, several people suggested at the time that I make a career of acting.
Well, they were your mother and your Aunt Mary, I believe.
Well, anyhow, right now I'd better attend to my more immediate career. I'm going out to the kitchen and cook dinner.
Hooray.
Dinner? Oh, I wouldn't be able to eat a thing. That play made me much too sad to eat. Took away my appetite.
The only thing that takes my appetite away is food.
Sometimes I wish we lived in a tenement, like those people in the play. Don't you, Barbara? Oh, yes. They had souls.
And bed bugs.
Oh, Judy, I have the most exhilarating news you ever heard of. Guess what?
Tootsie Whiteman broke her leg?
Be still, Randolph. Oh, Judy, you'll never guess. Oh, Barbara, she's not, is she? Your mother's not going to let you quit school and join the WAC. No, it's even more wonderful than that. The Love in the Slums cast has been stricken with the flu.
Well, that is delightful news.
Really, Barbara? All of it? Oh, Barbara, not the hero. No, not him. Only the lady whose husband drinks and the girl who plays her doll.
Just those two? Oh, dear me, that is a disappointment.
But wait, you haven't heard the best part yet.
Don't tell me. Double pneumonia has set in?
Randolph, if you don't keep still, I'm going to bop you.
Well, it seems that it's too late to send to New York for actors. The show's closing tomorrow night, so they're going to fill in the missing parts with local actors.
They are? Why, we could...
Uh-oh.
Barbara, I have the most terrific idea. We could go down and try out for the part.
Yes, but...
What's wrong, Barbara? You seem so, unenthusiastic.
Well, you see, Judy, I already went down and applied for a part.
You did?
Yes, I did.
Barbara, you betrayed me.
No, I didn't, Judy. The fact is I got turned down.
Why?
Well, the man said mainly because I'm too fat.
Too fat?
He said I didn't look down and out enough.
But I'm not fat, and I could look terribly down and out if I tried.
You know, I think the real reason I got turned down was because I don't have an agent.
An agent? What's an agent, Barbara?
It's a man who represents you in a business way. I read about it in a fan magazine. All the big stars have them.
They do?
Sure. They discuss all your business for you and get 10% of all the money you make.
Really?
10%, huh? Say, Judy, you know who would make a heck of an agent for you?
No, who, Randolph?
Me.
Before we find out whether or not Randolph is a heck of an agent, let's look into the pockets of thousands of men and women. You will find one thing always present. That's a roll of Tums. Thousands of people would no more be without Tums than they'd be without car fare home. Yes, literally millions of people now carry Tums as ready relief for indigestion due to excess gastric acidity. They help keep your stomach and mouth in that fresh, sweet state that means so much to your state of feeling as a whole. Get Tums today and try them out. See how much they do to relieve and prevent acid distress. See how much they do to ensure you a sweet and happy stomach. Tums may be had at any drugstore, only 10 cents a roll or 3 rolls for a quarter. Ask for Tums for the tummy, Tums. And now back to A Date with Judy. Well, Judy has made up her mind to try for a part in Love in the Slums. Her brother Randolph is going to act as her agent. We pick up the kids on the way to the local opera house.
Judy, I'm getting cold feet. I don't think I want to be an agent. I think I'm going to quit right now and go in the shoe shine business.
Now, Randolph, you can't back out now. Not just the crucial moment.
Well,
Remember, you get 10% of everything I make.
which won't be a great deal if you don't make anything.
Oh, don't be so mean. Come on. You should be very proud to have a sister who's going to make a success of herself. Besides, I've got to have an agent to handle my publicity.
What publicity?
Well, after my debut tonight, somebody's got to go to the papers and give them a big story.
Well, don't look at me. I've got more clients than I can handle already.
Randolph, honestly, you act as if you don't have the slightest bit of confidence in my future.
I don't.
Randolph, dear, what if I should happen to advance you 50 cents?
Cash?
Cash.
Oh, that's a horse of a different color. Hand it over.
Okay. But remember, Randolph, it comes out of your 10% when you get it.
If I get it.
Tell me, do I look down and out enough?
Halsey, you look so down and out you look positively icky.
This dress I made out of a horse blanket was a wonderful idea, wasn't it?
Yeah, only I feel so sorry for the Iceman's horse. He must be freezing.
Oh, don't be silly. The Iceman was glad to give it to me. He said this one was getting all worn out anyhow. He has another blanket for the horse.
I thought not even a horse would wear what you have on.
Well, here's the opera house. Come on, Linda.
Well, here we are.
Who's there?
It's the Randolph Foster Agency.
And client.
And client.
Oh, and what can I do for you?
We heard you were looking for actresses, and I have a little client here I'd like to have you look at.
All right, I'll talk to you in a moment. You'll have to wait, though. I'm interviewing somebody else just now. I'll see you later.
Look, Judy. Look who he's talking to over there.
It's Mrs. Whiteman.
But really, Mr. Mulligan, I feel perfectly capable of handling the part. My background in the theater is quite
What's her
extensive.
background in the theater?
She sewed the costumes for the school production of The Mikado.
Hey, Judy, let's get up closer and listen.
Okay.
It isn't a question of background, Mrs. Whiteman. The scene calls for a mother and daughter, and I would like two people who resemble each other.
Oh, but that's just it. My daughter Tootsie resembles me perfectly.
Really?
Poor Tootsie.
Oh, and incidentally, she's quite a finished actress.
I'll say she's finished.
In that case, I might consider you, but I'll have to see her first.
Well, I'll be right back with her.
Would you mind going out through the theater entrance? I have somebody waiting backstage.
No, of course not. But don't you dare give those parts to anybody till I get back with Tootsie.
I'll try and remember.
No matter what happens, I'm not going to let Tootsie get that part.
All right, kids, I'm ready for you. How do you do? My name is Mulligan.
Mr. Mulligan, I'd like you to meet my down-and-out client, Miss Judy Foster.
Well, I must say you're certainly dressed for the part.
Why, what do you mean, Mr. Mulligan?
Well, you don't normally dress like that, do you?
Oh, yes, she does. Sometimes even worse.
Oh, it's my best dress. And to think you don't like it.
All right. Forget about the dress. It's very, very pretty. Well, I take it you want one of the parts that are open.
Yes, Mr. Mulligan. And I can't tell you what it would mean to me to get the job.
Well, that's very unfortunate, but after
You
all...
see, things haven't been going too well with my family lately, and it's just, well, just odd jobs like these that keep us going.
Well, that's too bad. And, who's this young man?
He's my brother.
I'm her brother agent. We're too poor to afford a regular agent.
Well, your brother's pretty well dressed.
Oh, he borrowed the clothes.
Oh. Well, I'd be very happy to give you the job, but you see, I'm looking for a mother and daughter.
Oh, but I have a mother, Mr. Mulligan, and she used to be quite a well-known actress until she gave it all up to support Father.
Support him?
He can't get a job.
But in times like these, manpower shortage, I thought anybody could get a job.
You see, Mr. Mulligan, our father drinks.
Oh, I see. Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I can't promise you the part, but bring your mother around, little girl. And if she looks as bad as you do, I mean, not that you look so bad, but if she looks like you, the job's in the bag.
Oh, Mr. Mulligan, I'll never forget you for this.
Neither will Mother when she hears about this.
Oh, Mr. Mulligan, would you please not tell Mother anything we've told you about our condition, I mean. She likes to pretend that we're not impoverished. Hates to take charity. She's so sensitive about it.
Oh, she's just a bundle of nerves about it.
Okay. Now, hurry along and get your mother. I'll have to rehearse you right away if you're going on tonight.
We'll be right back. And, oh, Mr. Mulligan.
Yes?
You've made me so happy. I mean, well, just to think. We'll be able to eat again. Au revoir.
Au revoir. Oh, the poor little kids.
What is it, Judy? I'm out in the kitchen.
Oh, Mother, you'll never guess what's happened. You're going to have a career after all.
Yeah, drop those potatoes and get out your false eyelashes.
What on earth are you two talking about?
Mr. Mulligan, the director of Love in the Slums, wants you for a part. He's heard all about you.
He's heard all about me.
He must have seen you as Camille in Ashtabula.
Mother, a couple of the members of the cast are sick, and he's replacing them with local people.
Well, he's not replacing them with me, I assure you.
But, Mother, it's the chance of a lifetime. And you did say you were sorry you had to give up a career to marry Father.
I said no such thing. Sometimes, Judy, I think you should try to control your imagination. Judy, what are you wearing?
I'm dressed for my part.
Well, if anybody thinks I'd dress up like that, just to act...
Mother, you're going to break Mr. Mulligan's heart.
Oh, and may I ask what you get out of this, Randolph?
10%.
Oh, I thought so. Well, both of you can just run back and tell Mr. Mulligan that I have no intention of returning to the theater. I have to make some potato pancakes.
But, Mother, if you don't come, Tootsie Whiteman's going to get the part.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that little Tootsie and I are the same type.
Oh, you don't understand. They want a mother and daughter. Mother, would you want Mrs. Whiteman to get your part?
Oh, I don't care who. What did you say about Miss Whiteman?
I said she'll get the part if you don't take it.
She will she?
Yes. But the man said he'd hold it open for you and me.
Well, Judy, I realize I'm being very silly. But this is once when I'm going to get the best of Mrs. Whiteman.
Oh, Mother, you'll do it. How thrilling.
I'll run right upstairs and change.
Oh, no, Mother, don't do that.
Well, why not? You want me to look my best, don't you?
Well, not exactly.
Well, what do you mean, Randolph?
Well, he means that, well, you won't have time to change.
Oh, but Judy, you certainly don't want me to go in an apron.
Oh, we have to hurry, Mother, before Mrs. Whiteman gets back.
Well, all right. But I cleaned the attic this morning. My hair's all messed up. I look a mess.
Oh, Mother, you look beautiful. And besides, there's no time to change if you want to beat Mrs. Whiteman back to the theater.
Well, all right, dear.
Ah, women.
Mrs. Foster, I'm indeed happy to meet you. Won't you sit down?
Oh, thank you, Mr. Mulligan. My daughter here tells me that you have a part for me in your play.
Well, in looking you over, I think I have. I understand that in more fortunate times, you, too, were of the theater.
Well, yes, I played in quite a number of productions, but I gave it all up.
Yes, Mrs. Foster. I know how precarious a living in the theater can be. And now about the part. There aren't many lines, but would you care to read them for me?
Oh, of course. Would you mind telling me a little about the part?
Well, no. Woman is poor, down and out, forced to support her children.
My, that sounds familiar.
Mr. Mulligan, does this character have a husband?
Yes, she does, but he's a drunkard.
Oh.
Who lets his wife and children support him. I think you will have a natural feeling for the part. Well, I just have to make a phone call, and then I'll be back, and we'll run over the script. We'll have a lot to do before the performance tonight.
Of course, I understand.
Oh, Mrs. Foster,
Yes?
would you like me to advance your salary to you?
Advance it?
Yes.
Oh, that won't be necessary.
Oh, now, don't be proud. It's perfectly all right. Go ahead and...
Well, all right, if that's customary. You see, it's been so long since I had anything to do with the theater. I just don't know how to act anymore.
Hello?
Mrs. Whiteman?
Yes?
This is Mr. Mulligan from the Opera House.
Oh, yes, Mr. Mulligan. I'm just getting Tootsie ready and we'll be right down.
Well, that's what I called you about. I just cast the parts.
You did?
You see, this poor woman came in and, well, she needed the job desperately. Her little girl tells me at times they don't have enough to eat.
Oh, I see.
And I felt compelled to help them. Poor things. The husband drinks. I hope you understand.
Oh, well, of course, under those circumstances.
They seem to be quite desperate.
Is that so? Well, maybe I could do something to help them myself.
How kind of you.
You see, I desperately need a washwoman.
Well, that's very nice. I'm sure the woman will be very grateful.
Well, isn't this lucky? The fact is, I need a washwoman a lot more than I need the part in the play.
We'll be back to listen in to the stage career of Judy and her mother. But first, ladies and gentlemen, here's your relief for acid indigestion. Here's your relief for those mean acid pains, that stinging heartburn, and that oppressive full feeling. Take Tums. Tums, spelled Tums, are made to order for the relief of acid indigestion. They quickly neutralize the excess acid in the stomach. They quickly relieve the feeling of pain and heartburn and heaviness. In a matter of seconds, your stomach is feeling serenely comfortable. Yes, Tums are swift in their relief, and they do it without the use of bicarbonate of soda or baking soda. Tums are entirely free from bicarbonate of soda. They do their work in another way entirely, in a way that you'll like and approve. Don't let acid indigestion spoil another hour for you. Carry Tums with you, and at the first sign of any distress, put one or two in your mouth. Get Tums tonight at any drugstore, only 10 cents a roll. And now back to A Date with Judy. Judy has pretended that she and her mother are extremely poverty-stricken in order to get a part in a play that's running at the Opera House. Mother, of course, doesn't know what Judy has led the manager to believe. Now we pick up Father just as he comes home from work.
Oh? Anybody home?
Only me, Father.
Oh, where is everybody?
Everybody's acting.
Acting?
Yeah, Father. Very shortly, you will be pointed out on the streets as the husband of that famous Dora Foster.
Well, what are you talking about?
Well, Mother and Judy are rehearsing Love in the Slums.
Are you kidding?
No. The 2 members of the cast got sick. Mother and Judy took over, and I'm cooking dinner.
Well, I can't believe it. Judy, yes, but your mother.
You don't know the half of it.
Well, it certainly is a new experience to have the women folk out earning a living for us. Well, Randolph, what say we go out someplace to dinner?
Why, Father, you sound as if you don't care for my cooking.
Well, I'm not going to take any chances on finding out if I care for it or not. I tell you what we do. Let's celebrate. We'll have dinner out and go to the theater afterwards.
But, Father, I have a pan full of biscuits a la Boy Scout in the oven. They'll spoil.
If they haven't already spoiled. Go wash your face, son, and I'll call up the theater and order a box.
A box?
Well, sure. The best is none too good for the wealthy Foster family.
5 minutes till curtain time. 5 minutes.
Oh, I'm so excited. I hope I don't forget my line.
Well, you have only 2, Judy.
I know, but what if I give the second line first and the first line second?
Oh, calm down, calm down. You'll be fine.
That's all right for you to say. You've had experience, but me... Oh, jeepers.
Tootsie, do you see who that is up there on the stage? It's Mrs. Foster.
Please do not evict us, sir. No, please don't, sir. My mother will earn me money for the rent somehow.
And Judy, too. Tootsie, can you believe it? So the Fosters got our part.
Oh, sir, not in the cold. I'll take in washing.
Take in washing. Tootsie, either Mrs. Foster pulled a fast one on, well, to get the part away from me, or Mr. Foster is a drunkard, and I never knew it.
Well, the first act was wonderful. Simply marvelous.
Don't fall out of the box, Father.
Well, I'm just leaning over to make sure your mother and sister hear my clapping.
Father, was Mother's acting any better in Ashtabula?
Why, Randolph, what do you mean? I thought your mother was simply splendid tonight. The way she read that line, please do not evict us. Such feeling.
I am now able to understand what the theater goers of Ashtabula went through a few decades ago.
Oh, darn it, the applause has died down. I'm going to start it up again.
Father, everybody's looking at you. Do you realize that you're the only one clapping?
Well, I'm the only one here related to 2 members of the cast.
Well, Tootsie, it was a good show, wasn't it?
Well,
All except Mrs. Foster and Judy, whom I thought were terrible. Well, come on, let's go.
all right, Mother.
Tootsie, look who's coming toward us and weaving like a fool. Mr. Foster.
Hello, Mrs. Whiteman.
The way he's acting. Why, I think he does rig up all the money he makes.
Yo, Mrs. Whiteman.
I'm just going to snub him. That's what I'm going to do, snub him.
Well, how'd you like it, Mrs. Whiteman?
Melvin Foster, all I can say is that you ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Huh?
Making the women in your family work and slave to support you, while you carouse in boxes.
Why, Mrs. Whiteman.
Don't you, Mrs. Whiteman, me, you drunkard?
Oh, home again. Oh, it seems 1,000 years since I left the house this afternoon.
Dora, I can't understand it. I simply can't understand it. The way Mrs. Whiteman spoke to me.
Probably just sheer jealousy, dear.
Probably.
But do you realize what that woman called me? She called me a drunkard. Now, who's that?
Probably your bootlegger.
I'll answer it, Father, dear. Why, Mr. Mulligan.
Good evening.
Oh, Mr. Mulligan, how nice of you to call on us. I don't believe you've met my husband, Mr. Foster.
How do you do, Mr. Mulligan?
How do you do?
Great show tonight. Great.
Well, thank you. Mrs. Foster, I just thought well, this package wasn't quite ready by the time you left the theater, so I thought I'd bring it over.
A package for me, Mr. Mulligan?
Yes, this.
Oh, how nice.
Mighty nice house you have here.
Of course, we can't afford it.
How sweet of you to bring me flowers. Oh, it's not flowers.
No, it's just something the cast got together.
Why, they're clothes. And here's a card.
Well, read it, dear.
For the courageous Mrs. Foster.
Now, isn't that sweet?
I hope you won't mind, but these clothes still have some wear in them, and I thought you might use them for yourself and your little girl. Yours truly, the wardrobe mistress.
Very generous woman, Mrs. Duval.
But I don't understand.
Well, I've got to be running along. Before I go, Mr. Foster,
Yeah?
a word of advice. At one time, I, too, was what you might call, well, not quite a teetotaler. But I took the kitty cure, and it made a new man out of me.
The kitty cure?
Yes, just 4 months in a sanitarium, and now I can honestly say I haven't touched a drop in 20 years. Well, so long.
Well, but I haven't touched a drop in 20 years either. Hardly.
Never mind, Father. He's gone.
Is everybody crazy? I don't get this at all.
Well, I don't either. Now, these clothes he gave me, they're nearly worn out.
Mrs. Whiteman, old clothes, and now the kitty cure. Judy,
Father, there's a slight something I ought to explain to you.
I might have known. Well, Judy, talk fast.
Well, in order to get the job for Mother and me, I found it necessary to imply that you...
Go on.
Well, that you drink.
Did I drink? Judy, how could you do this to me?
I'm sorry, Father, but I did it for the theater. Mother said she hated giving up her career.
Why, I loved giving up my career. There's nothing in the world I wanted so much as a home and a family. Oh, and now Mrs. Whiteman's probably spread it all over town that we're...
Drunkards and paupers.
Now, Father, don't be so mad at Judy.
Young man,
Now, wait a minute, Father. After all, she could have said you were a dope fiend.
Oh, for the love of heaven.
Well, Judy certainly fixed things up this time. We'll see in a moment just how she straightens them out. In the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, were you ever sitting in the movies and suffered a spell of acid indigestion? You know the misery you went through. If you didn't leave the theater altogether, you enjoyed very little of the show. Well, when you have Tums with you, you're always prepared for acid indigestion distress. All you need do is slip 1 or 2 Tums in your mouth. You don't have to go to any bother. You don't have to have any water. Just take 1 or 2 Tums as you would candy mints, and relief is yours. Tums quickly relieve the indigestion due to excess gastric acidity. Yes, they give prompt and decisive relief, and do it without the use of bicarbonate of soda. Tums contain no baking soda or bicarbonate of soda at all. Carry Tums with you as your first aid in case of acid indigestion distress. They're sold at all drugstores, 10 cents a roll or 3 rolls for a quarter. Ask definitely for Tums for the Tummy, T-U-M-S. There are many imitations of Tums, but no substitute for them. And here's Judy again.
Mother!
Yes, dear?
I just explained everything to Mrs. Whiteman. I confessed all.
You did? Well, what'd she say?
That she was sorry she said such awful things about us to people, but that she'd go around among all her friends and make a retraction.
She did? Oh, how wonderful.
Mm-hmm. But she said not to worry if it took her a few weeks. She doesn't see how she'll be able to contact more than 9 or 10 people a day. This is Judy Foster again. I want to wish over 1 million Girl Scouts in the United States a very happy birthday. This month, they're celebrating the 32nd year of that organization. From the youngest 7-year-old brownie to the most adult volunteer, the Girl Scouts are pledged to service for their country. They're doing a super job. So please, everybody, let's all back the Scouts.
A Date with Judy is written by Arlene Leslie and stars Louise Erickson and Dix Davis. The original music is composed and conducted by Tommy Peluso. The program produced and directed by Helen Mack. This is Art Baker inviting you to be with us again next Tuesday at the same time to keep your Date with Judy, chaperoned by Tums, quick relief from acid indigestion. Get a roll tonight, only 10 cents at all drugstores.
This is the National Broadcasting Company.
KFI Los Angeles. All right, that concludes the first episode of the night. I hope you all liked it, and take your 5-minute break, and we'll be back then. Yeah. And that concludes our 5-minute break. I hope you liked the music, and let's get to episode 2 of the night. Yay! Woo!
T-U-M-S, Tums. Tums, famous quick relief for acid indigestion, presents A Date with Judy.
Hello, Judy.
Yes, it is.
Judy, do you think this is a good night for a date?
Oh, I certainly do. It's the most scintillating night. The moon is out, and, I think it's an utterly perfect night for a date.
Oh, good. Then will you please give me Mitzi's telephone number?
That is Judy, folks. Judy Foster, the cutest date in town. And your date with her each Tuesday at the same time is arranged by the makers of T-U-M-S, Tums. Tums, quick relief from acid indigestion. Well, now, let's see what's doing with the Fosters. Judy's 12-year-old brother, Randolph, is on his way home from school when suddenly he hears somebody calling.
Randolph! Hey, Randolph, wait a minute.
Okay, Donald, I'm waiting.
Hello, Randolph. How are you?
Oh, I'm fine, Donald. How are you? Don't answer that. I can see for myself.
Oh, I'm fine, too. Randolph, do you think... Well, can I ask you something?
Why, certainly, Donald. Just think of me as Mr. Anthony.
Oh, thanks, Randolph. Thanks a lot. Do you think your sister... how's Judy, Randolph?
Oh, she's fine. So are my mother and father.
That's good. Randolph, do you think your sister would go out on a date with... gee, maybe I'd better forget the whole thing, maybe.
Maybe. Well, so long, Donald. Nice seeing you.
Oh, no, wait, please, Randolph. Do you think your sister would go out with me?
Well, I don't know.
I've got $2.35.
That ain't hay.
We could go to a movie and then for a soda.
Well, I imagine...
Then we could go to Lulu's party.
We could? Okay, I'll go with you.
You will. Oh, but I want Judy to go with me.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Too bad I almost had a date. Why don't you call her and ask her?
Well, I'm afraid she might not go with me.
Why not? What's wrong with you or your $2.35?
Well, I'm not very handsome.
Well, that's true, but it's not fatal.
And I'm not a very good dancer.
That could be fatal.
Also, very often I don't know what to say to a girl.
The vital things on a date with Judy is, are you a good listener?
Oh, yes.
I don't know what you're worried about. Frankly, I think you'll make the grade.
You do?
Mm-hmm. You ought to see some of the goons Judy goes out with.
Oh, boy. I feel much better. Am I glad I met you, Randolph? Oh, would you do me one more little favor, huh?
Why, glad to. Just name it.
Well, would you ask Judy if she'll go out with me?
Would you please pass me another chocolate eclair, Judy?
Here, Father.
Oh, Melvin, that's your third one. You'll be sick.
Nonsense. I got the constitution of a horse.
So then, Judy, this Donald asked me to find out whether you go out with him.
I don't know why he can't call me himself.
Well, I just told you he's afraid he's funny looking.
Well, I don't think he's funny looking. In fact, I think he's kind of nice looking, in a way.
In what way?
Maybe from the back.
Oh, not very funny, Melvin. Now, don't forget, I knew you when you were that age, and you weren't the handsomest boy in the block.
Well, I wasn't the funniest looking.
I don't know about that.
Well, I can prove it. Remember your brother?
Is that so? Well, it so happens that my brother was a very handsome boy.
Then why did the kids on the block call him the monster?
Because some nasty boys like you thought they were being cute. Judy, I think Donald's a very nice boy, and he isn't funny looking at all, even if your father does think so.
Dora, I never said he was funny looking. I just said...
Well, what is it, Judy? Yes or no?
Oh, I haven't decided yet. I'll make up my mind when he calls.
Well, it doesn't give you much time to make up your mind, does it? You might as well answer it. It's probably for you.
Hello, Judy Foster speaking.
Judy Foster? Hello, Judy. Hello.
Hello. Who is this?
This is, oh, yes, this is Donald. You know, Donald.
Oh, hello, Donald.
Hello, Judy. How are you, Judy?
I'm fine, Donald. How are you?
Oh, I'm fine, Judy. How's Randolph?
He's fine.
That's good. How's your mother?
She's fine.
That's nice. How's your...
He's fine, too.
Hey, does he want a date or is he selling insurance?
Well, I was just wondering, Judy.
Yes, Donald?
I wondered if you'd... Judy, how are you... Oh, no. Well, what are you doing tomorrow night? At night, I mean.
Nothing.
Well, that's good. I mean, neither am I.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yes. Judy, would you like... Well, do you think you would... Could I... And, Judy, would you go out with me?
I'd like to very much, Donald.
You would?
Well, what do you know? He did it.
He hung up and he didn't say what time he called for me. Hello?
I'll call for you at 8.
Jeepers, he hung up again.
Goodbye, Judy.
Well, we'll hear more about Judy's amazing date in a moment. But first, I have a question. Do you realize that acid indigestion makes an acid disposition? When those acid pains and that heartburn get going, you're not fit company for anyone. Now, here's how to relieve acid indigestion in a jiffy and sweeten your stomach and disposition at the same time. The moment you feel any sign of acid distress, just put 1 or 2 Tums in your mouth. You can chew Tums or dissolve them in your mouth as you like. They're delicious antacid mints. Tums quickly relieve the situation. Yes, in a jiffy. Tums neutralize the excess acid and relieve heartburn and indigestion due to excess gastric acidity. My, you'll say, can this be true? Well, you probably have never experienced such speedy relief from the distress of acid indigestion as Tums give. Now, don't take our word for it. Give Tums a trial. See for yourself their amazing effectiveness. Get Tums for the tummy at any drugstore counter, only 10 cents a roll. And now, back to A Date with Judy. Well, Donald finally got his date with Judy, and now it's Saturday night. And if you think getting the date was hard, well, let's see what the date itself is like.
Mother, would you come here and zip my zipper, please?
As soon as I find you a pair of stockings without a rum, dear.
Do you want both shoes polished, Judy, or just one?
Both. Please hurry. Don will be here and I won't be ready.
What's going on around here? A cyclone?
Oh, hello, dear. No, Judy's getting ready for a date.
I'd rather have the cyclone.
Hello, Father. Randolph, hurry. Mother, may I borrow your fur piece?
No, you
Please,
may not.
please, everybody. I've had a very hard day today. I have a headache and I feel terrible. Oh, doggone it. Who is it?
Can I please speak to Judy Foster?
Judy, it's for you.
I can't answer just now, Father. I'm not dressed yet.
Hello, Judy isn't dressed yet.
Oh, Father, don't tell him that. Just tell him I'm indisposed.
She's indisposed.
Jeepers. Temporarily or permanently?
Oh, temporarily. Is there any message?
Yes, thank you. Would you be sure and tell Judy I'll be right over?
Well, I'm certainly glad you called to tell her that. That's a very important message. I wouldn't have wanted her to miss it for the world.
That's what I thought, sir. Thank you.
You're quite welcome. Goodbye. He'll be right over. Who cares?
Now, Melvin, be reasonable. The boy's just trying to make a good impression on Judy, that's all.
Why doesn't he try to make a good impression on me?
Certainly is nervous.
Who's nervous?
Not you, Father. Darling.
Oh. Look, all I'm asking for, Dora, is a little chance to relax and be just as sick as I feel like being. Is that asking too much?
Now, Melvin, in a moment Judy will be ready and Donald will call for her and they'll be gone. Then you can have peace and quiet for the rest of the evening.
Well, I certainly hope...
Would you come here to see how I look in this? I'll be right back.
Please, I beg of you. Oh! What do you want? Hello?
Hello, sir.
Oh, it's you again. What world-shaking message do you have for Judy this time?
Well, sir, this is very confidential. You see, my pants haven't come back from the pressers yet, and...
Yeah?
Well, I'm waiting for my pants, sir.
I should hope so. Oh, Judy, he's waiting for
Oh, no, don't tell her that. I mean, please don't tell her that, sir.
Well, make up your mind. Are you waiting for your pants or aren't you?
I am, sir. But that's not what I wanted to tell Judy. Oh, gee, could I please speak to her, sir?
There is nothing I would like better. Judy! Judy! No, now they got me yelling, too. Judy!
What, Father?
Would you please come down and talk to this boy? Would you do that little favor for your old father?
Certainly, Father.
Oh, high heels. Why your mother let you wear them, I'll never know.
Hello, Donald. What is it?
Oh, Judy, you see, Judy, I sent my... Well, for a certain reason, Judy, I may be a little delayed. Would you mind meeting me in the lobby of the Bijou Theater?
Well, of course not, Donald. But if you'd rather I'd wait for you...
No, thanks, but the show starts at 8:13, and if I have to call for you, we'd better get there on time because, well, I don't know when they'll come.
When what'll come?
But when would you mind, Judy? I'll pay you back for the car fare, of course.
All right, Donald. I'll leave right now. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Judy.
I'm meeting Donald in the lobby of the theater. Is that all right, Mother?
Well, I suppose so.
Smart boy, that Donald. A nickel saved is a nickel earned.
That's not true, Randolph, and you know it. Anyway, he said he'd pay me back.
Isn't it time for you to go yet?
Melvin.
All I meant
That's
was...
all right, Father. I'm going. Good night, everybody.
Good night, dear.
Oh, Judy, buy a paper to read on the streetcar and add it to Donald's bill.
Oh, good night, Randolph.
Good night, good night. Thank goodness. Oh, what beautiful quietude. What repose. And I knew it was too good to be true. Who is it? As if I didn't know.
This is Donald, sir.
I didn't doubt it for a minute, son. Well, what do you want this time?
They came, sir.
I'm so happy for you.
Oh, Melvin, you better let me speak to him. You'll frighten him to death.
Might interest you to know that he'll be wearing pants.
Hello, Donald. Judy left a moment ago.
She did?
Yes.
Oh, gee, Mrs. Foster, can you get her back?
What?
Well, you see, I'm leaving right this minute, and, well, I'd like to call for her.
To call for
Don't
her?
let him come here.
Oh, well, don't you think, Donald, it might be better to leave things as they are?
Well, I think I should call for Judy, Mrs. Foster. My mother thinks so, too.
Oh, well, all right, Donald. That's very nice of you. And your mother. I'll send Randolph out to bring her back. Goodbye. Randolph!
Going, Mother. Hey, Mother, I missed Judy.
You missed her?
Yeah. I ran after that streetcar for 5 blocks, but I couldn't catch up with her.
Oh, what a shame. And Donald's on his way over here. This is going to make it mighty inconvenient for him.
How do you think it's making it for me?
How do you feel, Father?
How do I look?
Putrid.
That's how I feel.
Oh, there's the doorbell.
Here we go again.
Please, Melvin, try to be pleasant to the boy. He's only trying to do the right thing.
Well, he doesn't have to overdo it.
He's young.
I'll bet you 2 to 1 he asks us how we are.
Well, hello, Donald.
Yeah, come right in. Well, I see your pants arrived.
Yes. Good evening, Mr. and Mrs. Foster. How are you?
We've all had physical checkups recently. The doctor assures us we're in good shape.
Don't bother sitting down, Donald. Judy's already on a streetcar whizzing to the Bijou.
She is?
Yeah, that makes a nickel you owe her.
Judy will be waiting for you at the Bijou, Donald. You'd better go.
Yes, I think I better. Well, good night, everybody. It's been very nice meeting you, I'm sure.
There is a debatable subject if ever I heard one.
Good night, Donald. Have a nice time.
Now maybe I can get some rest. Oh, what's the use? There's a conspiracy against me.
Melvin. Hello?
Mother, this is Judy. Donald hasn't shown up yet. I can't understand
Oh,
it.
he was just here, Judy. He should be at the Bijou fairly soon.
He was at our house. What for?
Well, you see... let's not go into that now, Judy. All you have to know is that he just went out the door this minute.
Oh, Mother, can you get him back for me? I've got to talk to him.
Oh, is it absolutely necessary?
Oh, yes.
Well, I'll try. Oh, Randolph!
Okay, Mother, but I'm not going to chase a streetcar more than 2 blocks this time. Hey, Donald! Donald!
Will this night never end?
What is it? Judy's on the phone. She wants to talk to you. I'm coming.
Good evening, Mr. and Mrs. Foster.
Good evening, good evening, good evening.
We're just feeling fine, Donald.
Here's the phone.
Thanks. Hello, Judy?
Donald, what's keeping you? It's getting crowded here in the lobby. There'll be a line soon.
Well, look, Judy, why don't you buy yourself a ticket and go in now before it gets too crowded? Of course, I'll enumerate you.
Oh, that's a good idea, Donald. I'll go in right now and save you a seat. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Judy. I'll see you in a little while.
You hope.
Mr. and Mrs. Foster, I hope you'll be kind enough to excuse me.
Don't waste a minute. We'll understand.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Oh, good night. You know, this date can cost Judy a fortune.
Yes, so far, Judy's date's been nothing but an expense. We'll hope things improve soon. In the meantime, may I ask, where is the man or woman who does not suffer from acid indigestion now and then? Well, now, here is what to do about it. Here's how to get relief in a jiffy without taking bicarbonate of soda. Just take Tums. Tums are guaranteed to contain no soda. Chew Tums or dissolve them in your mouth as you wish, as they're minty and delicious. Tums are a real relief for acid indigestion. They don't fool around. They quickly neutralize the excess acid in the stomach. They quickly relieve that acid pain, that heartburn, that full feeling. Yes, whether acid indigestion be due to unwise eating, excessive smoking, or nervous strain, Tums will give you the relief you seek. Just try Tums and see for yourself how effective they are. You'll be surprised and delighted. Get Tums for the tummy, Tums, at any drugstore counter. 10 cents a roll or 3 rolls for a quarter. And now, back to A Date with Judy. Well, Judy has a date with a young man named Donald. So far, it's caused a great deal of inconvenience to Father, who has a headache. Let's see what happens now.
Oh, this is more like it, Dora. I'm practically relaxed. Ah, beautiful peace and quiet. No. I had to open my big face. I knew it couldn't last.
Hello? Hello, Mrs. Foster. This is Donald. Did Judy call?
Why, no, Donald. Isn't she with you?
Oh, no, not exactly. You see, when I got to the theater, there was a big line, and the usher wouldn't believe me when I told her Judy was holding a seat for me.
Donald, have you been waiting in line all this time?
Yes, Mrs. Foster.
But it's almost 3 hours since you got there.
It was a very long line, Mrs. Foster.
Oh, it must have been.
Well, what I wanted to ask you, Mrs. Foster, was if Judy calls, would you tell her to wait for me in the lobby?
Donald, where were you? I saved your seat, but you didn't come.
Well, the usher wouldn't let me. Was it a good picture?
It was wonderful.
It was. Gee, if they'll exchange my ticket, I'll go see you tomorrow afternoon. Well, come on, let's go.
Sure. Oh, Donald, I must have lost my gloves inside.
You did? Oh, but, well, I'll go in and look for them, Judy.
Okay. About the third row center.
Oh. Well, I'll tell you what. You go over to the college ice cream parlor and hold a table before the crowd comes. I'll meet you there.
All right, Donald, but hurry.
I will. Oh, usher, can I go in and look for a lost pair of gloves?
If you have a ticket.
Here it was.
If that's that kid again, I wish Alexander Graham Bell had minded his own business. You answer it, Dora. I don't trust myself.
Hello?
Hello, Mother. This is Judy. Do you know where Donald is?
Yes, he called a little while ago to tell me to tell you he'd meet you in the lobby.
Well, I met him there, but he went in to look for my gloves.
You mean you've lost Donald again?
That is the best news I've heard tonight.
Well, anyway, Mother, if he calls, would you tell him I've been waiting and waiting at the college ice cream parlor?
All right, dear, I will. Are you having a nice time?
I don't know. So far, I haven't seen Donald for more than 2 minutes. Well, goodbye, Mother.
Goodbye, dear.
You know, Dora, I'm beginning to hear a ringing in my head. No, there it goes again.
Father, don't pull the telephone out of the wall.
Why not?
I'll answer it, dear.
Hello?
Hello, Mrs. Foster. If Judy calls...
Well, she did, Donald. She's waiting for you at the ice cream parlor.
Well, I know, but I'm having a little trouble finding her gloves. They've got about 800 of them, and they're lost and found, and I'm not sure which is hers. Mrs. Foster, I wonder if one of you would mind coming down to help me pick out Judy.
Oh, for heaven's sake. Just a minute, Donald. Randolph.
Bijou, here I come.
Why can't that kid leave us alone for 1 minute?
But, dear, he's just a victim of circumstances.
Well, I'm getting out of here. I'm going to take a walk out in the nice, quiet streets, any place where I can hear telephone.
Hello, Donald.
Yes?
I just sent Randolph. He'll be there in a little while.
Mrs. Foster, the usher just Well, the usher just showed me a pair with Judy's initials inside, so it won't be necessary to send Randolph.
But Randolph's on his way.
Huh? Oh, what a shame.
Oh, Donald, you'd better wait until he gets there and tell him so he knows what's what.
All right, Mrs. Foster, but I haven't seen Judy all evening so far.
Oh, I forgot about that. Well, all right, Donald, I suppose you'd better go and meet Judy. Donald, here I am at this table.
Oh, hello, Judy. Well, here are your gloves. Have you ordered yet?
Oh, sure, I finished already. I had a double scoop Sinatra Delight.
Huh?
Well, I guess now we've got to hurry or we won't get to Lulu's party before it ends.
Well, I guess we don't have time for me to get anything. No, I guess not. Oh, did you enjoy it?
Oh, yes. Here's the bill, Donald.
Oh, that's right. The bill. Oh, Judy, I only have 7 cents left. I must have spent the rest on phone calls. Judy, would you... of course, I'll remunerate you.
But all I have is 9 cents.
Huh?
Is that enough?
I don't think so, Judy. Your bill is, 55 cents.
Oh, yes. Barbara came in and I treated her to a banana split. Well, after all, I couldn't sit here all alone all this time, could I?
Oh, of course not. But what'll we do?
I don't know. Maybe you could run home and
There's
get...
nobody home, Judy. Judy, could you call your house and, sort of ask your mother if she... well, of course, I'll remunerate her.
Hello?
Mother, I'm in terrible trouble.
Judy? Judy, what's the matter? Hello? Hello, operator? Oh, dear.
This is the operator.
Oh, operator, you cut me off. Please connect me.
What is the number, please?
Oh, I don't know. Please trace that call.
I'm sorry, madam. I will connect you with the chief operator.
Oh, but yes, please do immediately. Oh, for goodness sake.
This is the chief operator.
I've just been disconnected.
What is the number, please?
I really don't know. Would you please trace the call for me?
I'm sorry, madam. We only do that in emergency.
This is an emergency. Something's happened to my daughter, and I don't know where she is.
Your daughter is missing. I'll connect you with the Missing Persons Bureau.
Oh, no. You think she's with somebody. Somebody took her. Oh, please trace that call for me.
I'll have to report this to police headquarters.
Well, do anything you like, only get me that number quickly.
1 moment, madam.
Oh, won't you please hurry, though? Hello? Oh, operator!
That call came from the college ice cream parlor at 143 Pinehurst Street.
Yes.
The number is 139.
13. Thank you. Oh, 139. Oh, my. I don't... Oh, I can't stand this. I'm going down there.
Donald, our phone still doesn't answer.
Oh, well, let it go, I guess.
I can't understand it. After we were disconnected, all we got was a busy signal, and now no one answers.
Well, I'll talk to the manager, Judy. Maybe you'll let me pay him tomorrow. Mister, are you the manager?
Yeah?
I wonder if, so happens, sir, that I,
Oh, another kid who just happened to run out of money, eh?
But...
Look, son, do you see that door over there?
Yes, sir.
Well, beyond that door is the kitchen. In the kitchen are a lot of dishes and glasses. Dirty ones. Get in there and make them clean ones.
Yes, sir. Judy, you better go over to Lulu's. I'll meet you there when I'm through.
Yes, Donald. Gee, this is the lonesomest date I ever had.
Well, I'm back from my walk. Where is everybody? Dora! Again. Hello?
Mr. Foster?
Yeah, who is this?
Police.
Police?
Mr. Foster, has the ransom note come yet?
Ransom note? Now, listen, this is a practical joke. Wait a minute, here's a note from my wife. Judy in terrible trouble. Taking car to look for her. Try not to worry. Love, Dora. Terrible trouble. Ransom note. Kidnapping. Oh, my gosh. Stay right where you are. I'll be right over to the police station.
Well, they're finished. Can I go?
All right, beat it.
Thank you, sir.
Donald!
Mrs. Foster, what are you doing
Judy?
here?
What happened to her? What did she mean she's in terrible trouble? And why aren't you with her?
Oh, Mrs. Foster, I kind of ran out of money, and we called you, but the operator disconnected us. So Judy went to Lulu's house to wait for me while I finished... washing dishes.
Oh, then Judy's all right.
Uh-huh.
And you were washing dishes. Oh, Donald, I don't think you better have a date with Judy again.
No, Mrs. Foster?
No, I couldn't stand it.
I couldn't find Donald, and the gloves were... Hey, where is everybody? Hello?
Randolph, is Mother home?
No, Father, where are you?
In jail.
In jail? What did you do, murder Donald?
Not yet, but I will as soon as I get out. Randolph, Judy's been kidnapped.
Kidnapped?
Has the ransom note come yet?
What are you talking about, Father? You're not stir-crazy so soon, are you?
Stir-crazy? Now, look, Randolph, just do what I tell you. Listen, I took a cab to come here to find out what happened to Judy.
Yeah?
And in my rush, I forgot my wallet. So the cab driver thinks I'm trying to cheat him, and he's having me held. Now look in the inside pocket of my blue striped suit and bring the wallet to me here at the police station. And, Randolph, hurry.
Wow, what a night. Hello?
Oh, Randolph, Judy's all right. Tell Father to ignore my note.
Oh, I can't, Mother. He's in jail.
In jail? Oh, Randolph, he didn't do anything desperate.
No, Mother, he didn't take his wallet when he took a cab to the police station.
Well, what did he go to the police station for?
Well, he said it was something about a ransom note.
A ransom note? Oh, Randolph, don't do anything, do you hear? Just don't do anything. I'll be right home. A ransom note? Oh, what next?
Hello, Lulu. Gee, sorry I'm late.
Well, you sure are late.
Gee, it's a quiet party. I'm looking forward to seeing Judy.
Oh, but Judy's gone home. She left a message for you, though. She said to tell you that she... Hey, Donald, what are you running away for?
That's Judy. Good night, Lulu. Judy. Hey, Judy.
Donald.
Oh, yeah, I'm here. I'll take you home, Judy.
But I am home, Donald. Here's my door.
Oh, well, good night, Judy.
Good night, Donald.
Judy,
Yes?
I've had a wonderful time.
Yes, quite an exciting evening. Now, I have a message for you, friends. If you want to be at your best, look out for acid stomach or acid indigestion. Acid indigestion can't only cause you a great deal of discomfort, but it can affect your looks, your disposition, and your efficiency. What you want to do, if you're at all subject to acid indigestion, is carry Tums with you all the time. Tums take up no more room in your pocket than a penknife or lipstick, and yet they're always ready relief for the indigestion due to excess gastric acidity. All you have to do when you feel any sign of acid indigestion is slip 1 or 2 Tums in your mouth, and almost instantly you have relief. Yes, in a jiffy, Tums neutralize the excess acid in the stomach and relieve the acid pains and the heartburn. And what's more, Tums are guaranteed to contain no soda whatever. Always convenient, always effective, always pleasant to take. Tums are indeed your first aid for the distress of acid indigestion. Get Tums and try them out. They cost only 10 cents a roll or a 3-roll package for a quarter. Demand Tums for the tummy. T-U-M-S, Tums. There are many imitations of Tums, but no substitute for them. Well, here are the Fosters again.
Hello, everybody.
Well.
Well, did you have a nice, quiet evening? Personally, I had the dullest evening I ever spent.
Mother, look, Father's turning purple.
A Date with Judy is written by Arlene Leslie and stars Louise Erickson and Dix Davis. Original music is composed and conducted by Tommy Peluso. The program was produced and directed by Helen Mack. This is Art Baker inviting you to be with us again next Tuesday at the same time to keep your Date with Judy, chaperoned by T-U-M-S, Tums. Tums, quick relief for acid indigestion. Get a roll tonight, only 10 cents at all drugstores.
This is the National Broadcasting Company.